Little fifth graders, add those fractions. Pause the video and add those two fractions. Do your best. Let's see if you remember from yesterday. Pause the video. All right, let's see how bad you did. First thing you do, you line them up vertically. Now you must find the new denominator because these denominators are not the same. You do that by finding the least common multiple. And you have to multiply to do that. So, 16 times 1 is 16. 8 times 1 is 8. 16 times 2 is 32. 8 times 2 is 16. Stop. We found one that's the same. 16 is my new denominator. All right, now I must find my new numerators, and I do that with multiplication. What times 8 equals 16? 8 times 2. So 3 times 2 is 6. Whatever you do on the bottom, you do on the top. Whatever you do to the denominator, you do to the numerator. 16 times what equals 16? 16 times 1. So 7 times 1 is 7. So 7/16 plus 6/16 is my new problem. Now I just simply add the numerators. 7 plus 6. That equals 15. My denominator stays the same. 16. Now I must ask myself two questions. Is it an improper fraction? The answer is no. Now I have to check if it is in the simplest form. I must find the factors of 15 and 16. The factors of 15 are 1 and 15. The factors of 16 are 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. The only common factor they have is 1. So this means it is in simplest form. My answer is 15/16. Excuse me. Now, you try, I'm going to leave that one there as an example. You try the next one. 4/50 plus 3/5. Pause the video. All right, let's see how good you did. First thing you must do is you must line them up vertically. Now I must find the new denominator with multiplication, of course, finding the multiples. 50 times 1, 50. 5 times 1, 5. 50 times 2, 100. 5 times 2, 10. And I'm going to speed this up because I already know, 50 is it. So all along until you get to 5 times 10 is 50. And that's going to be the 1. 50. So 50 here, 50 here, and 50 in my wallet. All right. 5 times what is 50? That would be 1. 4 times 1 is 4. 5 times 10 is 50. 3 times 10 is 30. So now I have the truth. 4 plus 30 is 34. And then the denominator stays the same. You only add the numerators. Now I must ask myself the two questions. Is it an improper fraction? No, it is not. Then I have to ask if it is in simplest form. Now that I will have to check by finding the factors of 34 and 50. The factors of 34 are 1, 2, 17, 34. The factors of 50 are 1, 2, 5, 10, 25, and 50. The common factors are 1 and 2. That means this is not in simplest form. 34 divided by 2 and 50 divided by 2, because that is the greatest common factor. 34 divided by 2 equals 17. 50 divided by 2 is 25. This is your final answer. 17/25. And the truth shall set you free. All right, let's try another one. On your sheet of paper, solve 7/12 plus 3/8. Do that now. Pause the video. All right, let's see how good you did. First thing you do, you line them up vertically. Now, I must find my new denominator. I got to find the multiples of 12 and 8 until I find one that is the same. So, 1 times 12 is 12. 1 times 8 is 8. 2 times 12 is 24. 2 times 8, 16. 3 times 12, 36. 3 times 8, 24. And there we have it. The same right there. 24 becomes my denominator. All right. I must now find my new numerator. 12 times what equals 24? 12 times 2. 7 times 2 equals 14. 8 times what equals 24? 8 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So now I simply add the numerators. 14 plus 9 is 23. And then my denominator stays the same. I must ask myself, is this an improper fraction? No, it is not. Now I must ask myself, is it in simplest form? Well, let's find out. Let's find the factors of 23 and 24. The factors of 23 are simply 1 and 23. The factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24. They only have 1 as a common factor. That means it is in simplest form. Your answer is 23/24. One last practice. On your sheet of paper, solve 5/6 plus 5/9. Do that now. Pause the video. All right, let's see how good you did. So, step number 1, line them up vertically. Step number 2, I must find the multiples of my denominators, 6 and 9. Until I find a multiple that is the same. 6 times 1, 6. 9 times 1, 9. 6 times 2, 12. 9 times 2, 18. 6 times 3, 18. Stop. 18 is my new denominator. Now you can start with this one or this one, it doesn't matter. 6 times what equals 18? 6 times 3. So 5 times 3 is 15. 9 times what is 18? 9 times 2. 5 5 times 2 is 10. So I have 15 18ths plus 10 18ths. I simply add the numerators. 15 plus 10 is 25, and then my denominator stays the same. I must ask myself the 2 questions. Is this an improper fraction? Yes, it is. So I have to change it to a mixed number. I sure hope you remembered how to do that. I take my numerator and I divide it by my denominator. 18 goes into 25 one time. I subtract. 25 minus 18 is 7. 1 is my whole number. 7 is my numerator. 18 is my denominator. Now I must ask myself, is this in simplest form? Yes, it is, but I want to prove it by taking my numerator and my denominator and finding the beautiful factors. The factors of 7 is 1 and 7. The factors of 18 are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18. Only 1 is the common factor. That means this is in simplest form. My answer is 1 and 7/18. Perfect. Now you know how to add fractions like an expert, like a 5th grader. Now, 5th grade, I want you to get on with your assignments and get that done, because you have a lot of work to do today.